Whoa! Mr. Cool Guy over there with the slick hair.
Yeah, right?
Wow!
So what's this brass tacks you're referring to?
We haven't done the intro yet.
Yeah, we haven't said welcome to Fandom Nonsense. My name is Zach.
I'm pale.
I'm not, and Coco.
I'm also Nolan.
I'm Ricky.
Alright, that was better than usual.
Yeah, right?
Welcome to Season 2 of Fandom Nonsense. Really nothing's different. We haven't upgraded really anything at all.
You guys got tall.
Camera's better.
Yep. Camera is better.
Mm-hmm.
We're extremely white.
Me too.
Yeah.
Even I'm pasty.
Yep, I finally got my third nipple removed.
It's been a hard winter. What?
What?
It's been
Finally got my third nipple removed.
It's been a interesting.
It's been a nice break.
I began raising
Not
sheep,
exactly
cattle.
sure how long. You began raising.
I began raising cattle.
Bergan of Tarth, right? Bree of Tarth, whatever her name is. I don't know. Game of Thrones.
Brienne.
Yeah, that one.
Never watched it.
Bergan.
Only seen the
Bergan
first
of
episode
Tarth.
of
So it was
it.
close. Close. It worked.
Glenn Close.
Glenn close, but no cigar.
All right.
Yeah.
So brass tacks.
Yeah. We should, I guess, talk about the things that
Let's
we
do our
usually
brass taxes.
So, yep. Ruby, season 5, all wrapped.
Yeah, let's
So maybe the first
avoid.
season.
Yeah, so let's avoid spoilers. But thoughts? Everybody's seen it at this point?
Nope.
No. All right.
That's
so
why I
let's-
started staring at you. I was like, you didn't even say anything to me about it, which was surprising, but at the same time disappointing in my eyes. I know.
I'm not your job. I'm not your job.
I'm not your
I'm not
job.
your job.
Who are you? I'm not your dad. No,
I wouldn't have faith in you.
I'm 2 episodes behind. I read Gray's post on Twitter where he was talking about how awesome it was. They were #1 on trending for a very long time.
Yeah.
Just fighting off SNL. And, I mean, that's a solid day being #1 on trending leads in so many new fans and
Right.
and people being like,
Yeah.
what the hell is this and why is it so dope? Like,
Right.
that was very cool to
Yep.
see, you know. But Genlock, that's cool.
Genlock
Oh,
looks
shit.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that trailer was fucking
That was
nuts.
so awesome.
Did you watch the Bernie vlog that I sent you?
The final?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Ellie?
Yeah.
Ellie?
Oh my god.
Fucking Ellie?
I cried, dude.
Such a good ending.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, I am now
But-
enamored with her voice.
One on top of just a beautiful slice of life, and I love the whole quiet vlog idea that Bernie's going for.
15 seconds of every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That was what he did, right?
Yeah, except for when he was playing the game with
Yeah,
his
it
kids.
was.
Yeah, but one thing that really stuck out to me was him that moment when he was getting Chad doing trying out for voiceover in a Genlock, because like if they're gonna if he's gonna show Chad trying out for voice,
He's gonna, Chad's in it. Then.
he's probably gonna be a main character too.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. That's really exciting.
Are we sure that it was a tryout and not that he was
It was
just
it was an audition, but I'm sure if he actually kept it in there, he probably got the job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a.
It'd be really douchey if he didn't.
Right.
Right.
Look at this
That's why I
awesome
love it.
audition that we're not going to even follow through with.
Sorry, Chad, but you suck. But why'd you put me in there? Just to show everyone can fail sometimes.
Just to tease every one of the fans.
Right.
I watched it was some stranger on YouTube that I didn't know. He had it was like a culmination, yeah, right? It was a culmination of like all the Let's Players, the Let's Play community that have like how they grew and came together, and like parts of them being an IGN and like Subtick's first like Minecraft video that he ever posted and stuff like that, and shows how they all built and organized and were not connected, and then eventually all ended up like working together in like one specific group and then working for the Let's Play community. And I thought it was super interesting. Totally meant to send you a link. Didn't, but I meant to. It was, I'm sure you're disappointed in that too.
A little bit.
Aren't you, Dad?
Dad.
But
That's upsetting to me.
Why?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
I don't like people calling people dad that aren't their dad.
I didn't say
Why not?
like.
I've
Dad.
stopped.
I didn't say Poppy.
Hey, puppy!
Hey, Poppy.
I seen your video, puppy!
I must say I've been stopped in my tracks by that before.
I
Uncompromising
said
security.
Poppy. Like, whoa, what's up? Don't talk to me like that. I'm not your Poppy.
Yeah, I ain't
Why
your
not?
puppy.
I don't know. What's up? What's happening, Slick Air?
Should I be?
I don't know what to do.
Be my puppy?
You don't get an allowance. I know that much. Yeah.
You still have to do your chores, too.
I'm not your sugar daddy.
Whoa.
Chores.
No choice.
Yeah, you got a job.
I think the
You
only
can't
thing,
debate. Not with your father.
I
Yeah,
think-
I can.
I think the only thing that I'll be
I
able to
love
say without spoiling the end of Volume 5 or just the whole damn thing for you is after Volume 3, this is what we needed. This ending.
Yeah.
But I'm glad, as I told you before, I'm glad you waited to watch the last 2 episodes because
Goes well.
the big like action payoff is definitely in 13, but the emotional payoff is in 14. So I think that
Seeing
So
them
have a
together,
week.
one
Yeah.
right after the other.
You don't have to wait a week to be like.
and now they're both on YouTube because
Yeah.
you waited that fucking long.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
Got the
Individually-
ability to watch them on first and just
Individually waiting a week made much less of an impact on me.
Yeah.
Watching the
Yeah, I
final
agree.
part.
I'll have all of it watched by next week.
cool. Because
Uh-huh.
next week we're going to do a full-on review of Ruby.
Oh yeah.
And
spoiler alert.
yeah,
Spoiler alert, we're going to do a review.
it's going to be a week or longer after it's already all on YouTube. So it's on you if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, it's 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good then.
And as we already talked about,
2 weeks to it isn't a spoiler.
Genlock is coming out this year, but there's not a date on it. And
It just said 2018, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it'll be in the summer of animation.
It'll
Like
be. It'll probably be after Red versus Blue.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Most
I
likely.
think that it'll probably be during.
During?
I don't know, yeah,
That'd
I
be
think
dumb.
because I mean if they've already got attention coming for Red versus Blue,
Right.
Why not keep that attention there with Genlock if you're new or something where you're a fan and you're not a hardcore fan.
Did they do the same
Red
thing with
Ver-
Ruby when it first came out?
Ruby was a few weeks behind RVB for the first couple of volumes.
Yeah.
It was pretty much just about simulcast with it, but they were also really, really pushing themselves. And RVB went back to much more. There's no CGI or animation in season 11, and very little in 12, which were the 2 seasons that were done simultaneously with Ruby.
Yeah.
It feels like they're trying to stretch the animation thing out as much as they can. Like Chibi's already started, which the first episode of season 3 is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's really good. Yeah.
I had no idea until watching the Kruby episode that Jessica Negri was the voice of Cigar.
Really?
I
didn't know
never
that?
paid attention to the title or didn't listen to her voice, like, and then it hit me and I saw it and I was like, holy shit! Did you watch the RT doc of Becoming?
No, I have
Jessica
not watched
Negri?
it yet.
Oh, it's out?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was out.
Very, very interesting. I haven't checked it out, but it definitely
Yeah.
it seems like something. I mean, I watched every single RT doc,
Yeah.
So
But then in March we're getting Nomad of Nowhere, which I'm really excited
is that in
about.
March?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
I didn't realize it was that soon.
Yeah.
We don't even know what it looks like.
And then probably April or May we'll get RVB 16, and probably midsummer I would imagine Genlock, and then Ruby to following the fall.
Right.
So we're just about getting animation all year, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, because I like to. That's my issue with the Rooster Teeth part of Rooster Teeth is that it's always like Saturdays and Sundays, especially after Ruby stops. It feels like there's nothing. They don't put anything out. Like there's nothing to watch,
Yeah.
And that's why I liked Ruby ended, and then immediately following that Saturday they were like, "Here's Chibi."
Yeah.
So it's good. Just a continuation. I'm glad to see that cycle happening. I'd love to watch something new all the time.
Yeah, I definitely like Chibi too.
Chibi.
The newest episode is pretty good.
Jambos.
That too.
His eyes are so big, dude.
Oh, Vegeta Chibi?
His eyes are like fucking pools that you could go swimming in. They're ridiculously blue.
Are you in
man.
love with Vegeta?
Shut up.
Sounds like something. Sounds like something Bulma would say.
Yeah, man. Dude, and she hasn't even seen
Sounds like
that
some
for
Goku would say, honestly.
It does.
Oh yeah, sure.
That his eyes are.
So big, I could swim in
I
your
can
eyes.
swim in your eyes. I want to fight him.
You're like, what did you just say to me, Kakarot?
Oh, man.
Fights him.
This is getting into some weird.
Fan fiction?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what
I
comes
could
with the
swim in your
territory.
eyes. Do you want to fight? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Go
and I know no one else here has watched it besides me and Aaron, but there's like 7 episodes of Star Wars Rebels left, and a new trailer for the final like half of season 4 just dropped, and the Emperor's coming in, and it looks so good. Yeah, it's
I
about.
haven't seen that.
Go for Bob Palpatine.
I'll tell you after we get done doing this. Watch that, catch up. It's not Clone Wars. Unfortunately, I don't think anything will ever be that good again. But it's really, really good.
I think I'm pretty sure Young Justice season 3 finally got a date.
Did it?
Really?
I think so.
Huh.
Look at him, he's Superboy over here.
Yeah.
Not
Prime.
Man, by the way. Superboy.
Oh no, Superboy. This is Superboy shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one he wears without the leather jacket.
No, I watched an abridge of Young Justice.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, Deathstroke is hilarious because he talks like Macho Man Randy Savage.
No fucking.
Oh yeah! I am the champion.
Yeah, he goes to put his neck around this dude's daughter. He goes, I'm gonna choke your daughter, or maybe I'm not. You see, you'll never know because I'm unpredictable. Yeah, like
Oh,
you know,
God.
and shit.
I
Yeah, and it's but
Snap into a slim.
and Superboy is Russian in it. Superman runs for president.
Oh yeah. Because they put like
That's
a lot of
scary.
the different. They put
Yeah.
a lot of the different DC animated things together.
Yep.
And make it like be
Man.
one story. It's really good.
He tries to adopt Billy Batson after meeting Superboy because he's Russian and Superman's all American, and he's just he is not my son, like just straight racist on like
Vote for
It's
me,
all-
I'll kill you.
yeah no he's
Just
got
kidding.
he's got an alcoholic Green Arrow as a VP.
I mean, yeah, isn't he missing
Pretty good.
You could have just said Green Arrow.
Yeah.
True. He's running against someone ridiculous, and I can't remember who.
Lex Luthor.
It may be Lex Luthor. Yeah, no, it's because Lex Luthor runs for
Was-
president,
yeah.
and he has Alfred as his VP.
Yeah.
Lex
Just
Luthor
late
and Alfred.
2000.
Are you kidding me?
Just late 2018 is all. For Young Justice season 3.
Damn.
2018 though.
Yeah.
That's more than
We're
enough.
here.
Yeah.
Where you at?
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Kind of early.
We in here 2018.
We in there.
We up.
We in there, dog.
Kind of early. We're kind of early. We got here. We're waiting.
Hello.
You know.
So we talked a lot about The Last Jedi, building up to it and after.
Yeah.
And obviously the next one to come out very, very soon actually is the Han Solo movie.
Childish cameo. So stay woke.
Have they decided what movie is going to be after the?
I do love Donald Glover.
He's gonna be such a
And
good.
do they have another trilogy set up?
Well,
Oh man,
Because-
they'll never stop making Star Wars. Disney's probably not going to
Yeah,
let that
'cause
cash
they're-
cow go.
they've said that there will be Star Wars movies longer than anyone on the planet is alive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is
I mean, it's almost there.
Everyone's
That
gone.
almost sounds scary.
Plans are still making Star
Like-
Wars movies.
Like Disney plans to eradicate all of humankind and just keep making Star Wars
like
movies for nobody.
anyone alive now, I think is what they mean for the next.
I mean that
but
that may mean Disney
that doesn't
knows.
that doesn't mean that like
What do you say?
after episode 9, I don't know that there's going to be more in like the Skywalker saga or
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's going to be a new story.
Yeah,
It better be.
is gone, right?
I don't.
I mean, it's just like, I mean, like Skywalkers, but you know, there's not.
Oh, there's only 2.
There's one alive.
Well, I mean,
That we know of.
Yeah, technically.
Does Kylo have a brother that I don't know? About?
the first.
Princess is still alive, right?
Oh yeah, but she's not technically
This-
Kylo. Oh, yes, never mind. I'm retarded. No.
Chronologically speaking, the first trilogy is the light side seemingly in power and at their peak, and the dark side uprising and taking that over.
Yep.
And the second trilogy is the inverse of that. The Empire's at its peak, and the light side from a small shell rises up and takes that over. And this trilogy has been all about the balance,
Balance,
and finding that. So this is a good place to end that overall story. It was always planned to be a 9-part, a trilogy of trilogies. So I don't really see a place to go for like 10, 11, and 12 after this for it to make cohesive sense. They need to branch it out and do something
They
different.
shouldn't call it like episode 10. Or
Yeah,
anything
that
like
should
that.
honestly that should probably never be a thing. If Star Wars is going to continue, it needs
'cause
to tell different stories in the galaxy.
You need
That-
episode-
So do you think we might see different like platforms of Star Wars movies?
They'd have to
I
make
think-
like 18 more for it to be continuous.
Yeah.
They'd have a trilogy of trilogies.
Yeah,
Trilogies. A trilogy of trilogies.
The turkey of
Yeah.
turkeys.
Yeah. The turducken of Star Wars.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm really looking forward to
You guys trying to pull
whatever
a turducken all week?
what Ryan Johnson does with his trilogy, because I think that'll be the template for whatever big stories happen next. Surprisingly, you would think whenever Disney announced that they were going to continue the sagas and stories, and then also do these side stories, that the sagas would be where they played it safe and everything, and the side stories would get more adventurous and do more crazy
Right.
things. But I mean, Rogue One is by the numbers you can get, and it looks like Han Solo is going to be
I mean, cause
a bit of a train wreck with having gone through like 4 directors or something at this point. Like,
Ooh,
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
yeah,
that's never good.
Mm-mm.
Well,
I mean, it can.
I mean,
I'm not
it's still
saying-
Disney.
There are a lot of good stories like
people
that have Han Solo in them, like reading it in book wise. I mean, I feel like it'll be really well done.
I mean, it'll probably, like I said, probably like Rogue One. It'll probably be enjoyable to watch and everything.
but it's
not an actual Star
it
Wars.
feels kind of
Yeah.
aimless.
Yeah, it's going to feel kind of empty and everything.
It's gonna be, hey, I'm Han Solo. Let me explain or do a bunch of cool shit all the way until the point where I'm sitting in a bar and meeting Luke Skywalker.
And
I hope not.
the hardest,
That was something from like way before that point in
Yeah,
time.
come on, dude, Rogue One.
We're gonna see him make the Kessel Run.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, I want to see him make the Kessel
From
Run.
Kessel
Maybe
Run
not.
to
No,
I know. I hope he
actually.
does,
I was
but
just
I
kidding.
What if it was
hope he
all
shows
of
It's gonna be like Star Wars Need for Speed.
What if the Kessel Run was a all up
I
conspiracy?
mean, Fast and Furious.
Just
Either
convinced
or.
everybody he did it.
Damn it! What'd you say?
What if he somehow convinces everybody and it's just all a big con? Of
That would
him
make
doing the
sense
Kessel Run?
because a parsec is a unit of distance. Not
What if we
time.
never actually did it?
I think it would be
And he
interesting.
just somehow managed to.
He
pull it
was,
off
he
and
was
trick
never even
everybody.
in the race.
You know, like in the
Yeah.
when
There wasn't even a
Just-
race.
Just
like-
spread the word.
when a guy like shows up in a marathon on accident and he just kind of like runs it for a little while and then he like dips out again. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna show up in the Kessel Run and be like, oh fuck, what's going on? He's gonna be like, oh, okay.
Not even meaning to be in the race.
Right.
Dip out
Just like,
and
what the
go.
fuck's going on? Who are these guys?
That's Han Solo.
Yep, sounds about right.
And then just a whole bunch of people are like, what is the ship? And
Timestamp this right now. If I'm right, I want $10. That's it. I'm not asking much, man.
That's what, 100 gumballs? No.
10,000.
Or they fix the misnomer by
That's a lot of
making it
gumball.
him just like cut the race off at like a certain point,
Yeah.
like 8 parsecs, and then he did make the Kessel Run in 8 parsecs or whatever it was.
Was it 8?
I don't remember
12.
what it was. 12 parsecs.
Was it 12?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense regardless.
I thought it was 14. No, 14 is the one that Ray says, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
I was agreeing with you.
Okay. I agree with you.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah, exactly.
you're completely right.
Yeah, I know. That was what you said. Yeah, no, I said it, and you were just like,
Fuck you, you're right.
yeah. No, you're just like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You goddamn correct piece of shit.
Yeah.
All right.
It's about them chibi eyes, so I'm sorry.
Oh,
Ricky, does that recording time say 28 or 38?
28.
it's weird time to pop in and say that.
Oh, well.
No, 28?
28?
28.
28.
32.
Continuity?
That's the number of the universe, right?
42.
42.
That's 42.
42 green.
What's 32 the number for?
It's
It's the answer to the
it's
second
the number
question.
23 backwards, starring Jim Carrey, which 2 divided by 3 is 6.666666666. Continue.
Oh, don't get me on that 23 bullshit. I'll go on for days. I'll
That's my
find
birthday,
anything.
man. March 23rd.
I'm 23 right now.
Oh,
So-
God. Dude, you're going to die.
Yeah, probably.
Another
Brain.
spoiler for anyone or anyone that has been living under a rock. Obviously, if you've seen the latest Avengers trailer or the
I mean, which one? The one where you got Tom Holland getting like choked out by
yeah,
Big Purple Hulk?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
No, I've been living
What's
under
his
a
name?
I
rock.
think I've seen that thumbnail.
It's
Galactron?
literally on everything. It was on this.
Are
It
we
was
gonna
on
see
Star Wars
Spider-Man
whenever we
Day?
went to go see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. But anyway,
Galactron.
I don't think.
Oh, I literally thought a big purple. But Brandon was like, dude, Thanos. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Electron, man. No, yeah. What about it?
The directors Anthony and Joe Russo went into detail about obviously, if you can tell from the images, that Captain America is nomad in this movie.
Which they announced that Thor is no longer going to be Thor after this movie, or whatever his name is, something
Chris
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris
Wow.
Rock.
Chris Rock
What
will
a-
no longer
what
be
a-
Thor.
That would have been such a good Falcon. Oh my god, would have been so much funnier.
All right,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Bada bang bang.
But no, I think that because he's stepping out, and then they said something about it was confirmed that Captain America is giving up the mantle too, and it's going to Falcon or.
I hope it.
So some shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, a bunch of people are gonna die. 'Cause
Right.
They still have to introduce Miss Captain Marvel and the Wasp.
What if they
I'm
kill off
assuming
Spider-Man to introduce the new Spider Universe?
Introduce. No, I mean to
They could
introduce.
that would be super interesting. Well, because
They could do the Captain Universe thing with Spider-Man.
Donald or the
Fight
they
Thanos.
got
Donald
that-
Glover's son.
That's not
or-
going to free up anything.
I feel like
Well,
Tarzan too.
no. What I'm saying is that it gives the opportunity for Sony to have back Spider-Man and be able to use like Miles and be able to continue it as part of the Marvel Universe. Because Donald Glover said that his nephew lived there. He was the Prowler, and his cousin or his nephew is Miles.
Yeah.
And so if Miles like became the new Spider-Man and went up against Venom or whatever, but they're changing that. They're changing his name to like Kid Arachnid again or some shit like that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah,
The original-
Ultimate Spider-Man.
yeah.
They're the original story writer for Ultimate Spider-Man like left and is part of DC now,
Right.
and so they're like revamping Ultimate Spider-Man and like renaming him or something.
Do you remember that whole hullabaloo when Donald Glover was like picked, or like people like there was this huge like fan.
Oh,
summit
everybody
they
was
had.
like going nuts.
Yeah,
like,
they were like, let's have Donald Glover be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then another section of the
Shaft.
internet. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he talked about it in Weirdo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Gonna play Shaft.
I think it's time we got the Ultimate Spider-Man storyline. 'Cause
I
that was
would
one of the
be-
better
it
Ultimate
was.
stories.
Absolutely. I'm sick and the only part of Peter Parker's storyline I want to see in a movie anymore is Doc Ock takes his fucking brain and switches him and then builds Parker Industries.
See,
That's the only part I'm interested in.
that's
Right.
do it fucking right,
Yeah.
and then sure you can move on to Miles Morales. But I've gotten one good Peter
yeah.
Parker fucking movie.
Tobey Maguire.
Number 3.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3 is the pinnacle of Marvel.
Obviously.
Like, I want to see more Holland explored,
Mm-hmm.
and
I want to see more of Holland.
then
Claws.
then we can move on to, which I'm perfectly fine doing that. I don't think that's going to like make things with Sony any easier.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll make buying them easier, I guess, because like they'll make this and then everybody's gonna be like, Tom Holland's dead.
Oh,
Fuck Venom! I don't want to go
Oh,
see this shit.
Only
I'm waiting to be excited about the Venom movie. There hasn't been enough out about it to really,
Yes.
but I want to be excited about it. But
They're trying
I
to
think
do
it's
that.
the involvement of Todd McFarlane. Is
Yeah,
like the
it's
only
nice.
thing I can point to
I feel
that
like they're
makes me
trying
excited
to.
about it.
I feel like they're trying to get a lot of hype up, like they did with Deadpool. It's like, oh, you fans want this, well, we'll give you what you want,
Right.
and then
and like Fox has managed to make some good movies. X-Men isn't like the level of IP that Spider-Man is, and I worry that the Venom movie, outside of comic book fans and fans that are going to go, ooh, Todd McFarlane on a Venom movie, that's going to be awesome. It's not going to do that well because not many people are going to go see him.
I
think
I'm
the
not
movie
even-
I
based
think
on
the
it.
aesthetic of Venom lends itself well to moviegoers.
It's true.
Because if you think about like the colors and just like the darkness of
Yeah.
the character, I think that's something
Nice.
that tends to like draw.
I mean,
in.
like, because they have Moon Knight and Black Cat being a part of the Venom.
Really?
movie.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Carnage.
Yeah.
That's
I've seen
awesome.
And Carnage
Like,
is supposed to
I
be
never
a
thought
part
I'd
So
of
see
this is
a
already going
cinematic
to be a
movie.
big hitter for major characters.
Yeah.
And
you know, like,
it hasn't really been confirmed if it's just hanging out on set. There's actually like cross-pollination happening, but since the beginning there's been talks of actually like Tom Holland Spider-Man having some interaction with this, so it has some kind of cross thread with the MCU.
Like, it's so,
which is what needs to happen.
It's so pivotal, but like not of great importance to show. Like if you were gonna show Tom Holland, have him swing through on a fucking like TV. Oh, here's Spider-Man, you know, and then like Venom be like, "Fuck him, I hate that guy," and then like go off and do his thing. You know what I mean? Like that's all I need to see in Tom Holland Spider-Man.
So has the symbiote already seen Spider-Man?
And that's the problem I was just thinking
that's the biggest thing. That's the
needs to
biggest
go
thing I
through
thought about.
Spider-Man, yeah.
But because he's obsessed with the symbiote itself is obsessed with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
and it doesn't make sense if it doesn't have that connection first.
It's that's his.
If he looks like that without that connection, then it just doesn't make sense.
Well, no, he using the webbing and everything.
Because
Like,
you just saw it in the paper one time.
Yeah,
It's like
it's his.
Spider-Man. Hey,
He said Spider-Man was like his most desired host. It was like the best host he could possibly have, and because he couldn't have it, he chose to mimic it and be shitty Spider-Man, which is cool. I don't know. Carnage was dope.
He's
so.
still at least half of a Spider-Man, but still full Carnage,
yeah.
which still makes him
I just want to leave.
just as good as Spider-Man.
There was
Well, as far as
and then
power,
Carnage
yeah.
is like way up there.
I love Carnage. Carnage is so cool.
what's his real name?
Eddie's weak-minded.
Yeah.
That
Something is it Savage or
No, it's it's something of that nature though. Like
Yeah.
something,
it's something that's
can picture
naturally
him.
like this guy's probably in jail.
yeah.
I want to say it's like Eddie something.
No, Eddie Brock is
Eddie Brock
Venom.
is Venom, yeah, but
Cletus Cassidy is.
Yeah. Why'd you wait it out?
he was just
He
like,
knew.
"Where's this
Watch
going?"
his- he
We're
knew.
watching it
he
squirm.
had a brain trust going on, and he was just like, hey,
He already had his head just like.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I
have the answer.
Okay, ladies.
Google over here.
Yeah.
No, Cletus,
Symbiotes with
Cassidy.
the monsters.
Cassidy.
Okay, wait. Who? All right. There's a story of Spider-Man. Who is the guy who buries him alive and
Sandman.
runs around dressed up as him, doing nefarious deeds? The Hunter or
the Huntsman?
Oh no,
No,
he's
maybe-
talking about
Craven Hunter.
huh?
But it's not him.
Craven.
Craven. Yeah, it is
Was it
Craven.
Craven?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Craven.
Okay.
Craven.
Craven,
Yeah, he's got all like the different beast
Yeah,
spirits.
that's a story that I want to see happen.
That was in one of the video games. He was one of the main.
I don't know anything about that. I've only played
Shit,
like one
dude,
video game. It's
fucking
based off the
Mysterio?
Tobey Maguire movie.
Dude.
Dude, I've been wanting Mysterio since the beginning.
Right.
I
Why do I think
want a cinematic adaptation of the last level of the 64 PlayStation game.
my God.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's like fucking
Just-
with everything.
Just 2 hours of just being chased by Carnage.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my
Oh,
god. Like,
fuck.
I'm thinking about
Yeah.
all that.
After all that fucking game, the last level is just getting fucking chased down a fucking hallway.
Seeing like Mysterio in a movie gives you so like
No, that would be
He's so hot. Yeah,
you
he's
have
ominous.
so much. You
Yeah.
have so no. I'm
Doing
saying,
his
like,
color scheme and everything, I feel like would be.
think about
difficult.
this rain. You're
Oh,
like
because he's green.
you
Yeah.
have
Purple,
all these
yeah,
post
and it's-
effects,
it's
right?
so bright.
And he's like swinging through, and he's doing all this with
We
all
can
these
still do
post
it.
effects.
He's got the
Mysterio
fucking
stops that
smoke
post effect, and it's
constantly
literally
moving.
like bare bones, like stage. And
Okay,
he's like falling.
if
and
you're
shit.
going to have Mysterio, then it has to be in a Deadpool Spider-Man crossover,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
can play with that fourth wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be so good. Oh man,
Man, that's
A
something
Spider-Man
Disney
Deadpool movie would
make
be
a
awesome.
Spider Deadpool movie.
no, it's
Some of
not.
those
It's never
comics.
gonna happen.
But the comics
Yes,
are so
it
popular.
will.
Why wouldn't it?
Deadpool loves Spider-Man.
I know he does. I mean,
Deadpool-
yes,
okay,
but
It's perfect.
And as Ryan,
Okay,
as much as
Ryan Reynolds
has
and
been
Tom
taking
Holland
this
would
role
probably work
seriously,
together.
Am I gonna have to grab the speaking podium?
I was gonna get a fucking air horn. I thought you held your hand up like you were like,
Yeah.
What if it was a bad one?
After Infinity War and this 10-year build-up, they're gonna have to go somewhere.
and so they're gonna start branching out into all the crazy ideas and
Branching out and crossovers
Well,
is the only fucking thing that I could think of at this point.
Mysterio fucking taking away post effects and leaving Spider-Man running through a studio would be fucking phenomenal. And I
Deadpool
want
being
that.
in every
Okay?
Marvel fucking movie.
You
would
could
be
have a
sick.
Deadpool and Wolverine movie. That would be awesome. That would,
No,
you could
no,
also
no,
recast
no.
Wolverine.
No.
Oh man! Oh, they're already.
What?
They're gonna do it. They're gonna recast.
I want to see a live action
wanna
Hulk
see it
versus
again.
Wolverine
No,
Why?
with
I got a thing
Deadpool.
for Hugh Jackman being a Wolverine.
dude, everyone does.
I don't ever want to see
He
it
was
again.
perfect for it, but we can find somebody else.
Wolverine was Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman would come back with enough money. I think.
If
No,
Here's
he's
$3 million.
too old.
Here's $3 million. Will you be Hugh? Will you be?
I associate-
Will you be Hugh Jackman again?
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
Will you be-
no, but that,
He's Australian.
I know, but they remember Australia.
Oh, they could just change it up. They could just change it up and just new universe.
British or Australian?
He's Australian.
He's Australian.
Okay, that's what because Wolverine. I'll back. Crikey.
Man, there's some really good interviews with Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool. I'm sorry, God damn it, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They have interviews together, like where Ryan Reynolds asked him a whole bunch of
He's,
random
like, interviews
questions.
him.
Yeah.
They did that right before the Deadpool movie, right? That was part of their
Yeah. No,
sourcing or whatever.
I don't remember what it was for.
No, it was one of Hugh Jackman's movies, but it was like Ryan Reynolds doing it because he had, like, in a Deadpool-esque mindset where he would like come in and like fuck with him, and people were like, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds,
Right.
Wolverine, Deadpool." Like everybody got stoked about it.
Right.
It needs to happen.
Yeah, I'm super
That would be
super
cool.
interested in this new.
Oh, yeah, no,
You're
Deadpool-
absolutely
more than
right.
cool.
A new
It'd
Marvel
be-
universe is.
See,
gonna be
one
It'd be
cool
hard
thing
for
that I
them.
could see happening, like if they did put him in something like a Spider-Man movie or something like that, to play it like he's gonna say fuck a lot. Most
Yeah.
likely, they could just bleep him,
Right.
and then him be acknowledging of the fact that he's being bleeped.
You know what I want to see out of the Marvel
what the-
universe that we've never gotten is the Inhumans.
They
live
that's
on
a,
the
that's
moon?
a show, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've
I don't think it's based on the same thing though. They're not from the moon.
No.
Inhumans is a show. It's
Is it
an
on
ABC
Netflix?
show.
does it,
Isn't that-
does it have Black Bolt and
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Talking about
Yeah,
Black
it just
Lightning?
came out.
No, no,
recently.
no.
Yeah, it just came out recently.
literally just came out
First
recently.
episode came out
Yeah.
in IMAX.
They did release an Inhuman
For real?
show.
Yep.
For real?
absolutely.
Is it what I'm thinking of?
I mean,
It might be
Marvel's,
different
Marvel's Inhumans.
because I remember
yeah,
seeing Netflix
it's
also.
more. I mean, it's
It's-
definitely.
I'm pretty sure-
it might not be the same story. I mean, people
probably
change stuff
not.
up,
Yeah,
but
it's
I think
true.
it's still Earth-y-ish.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. Okay.
Literally
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, because it's got the dude who cut off Theon's dick in Game of Thrones as like one of the guys.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
that guy.
Yeah, he's a
Alright.
fucking. He's an. I hate him. Like I literally
It's not
hate
bad
his character so
representation.
much in Game of Thrones.
I mean,
and seeing him on another
I don't
television
know.
show
I don't
made
like
me
the
like
Black
I don't
Bolt,
watch it.
but-
Like, I don't like that guy
This guy.
so much,
know.
dude.
Yeah.
What's
Shit.
his name? Fuck.
I don't know.
He's in Game of Thrones. They got. There was another good one that I watched. It was the one based around Professor Xavier's son. Oh god, it was on FX. You have any idea
I
what
don't
I'm talking
know.
about? The guy's locked in a mental asylum, and like April from Parks and Recreations. What's her name?
April. Oh man, the super evil chick.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she was like in this insane asylum with him, and everybody told him he was crazy because of like the way things that have happened in his life. But it turned out that he was actually a strong psychic.
Aubrey
What is
Plaza.
his name? Aubrey Plaza. Thank you. What is his name? Fuck.
Who?
The character itself. He has multiple personality disorder, and is like he uses like every different personality to use a different part of. Some sort of psycho ability, like he has a girl inside of his head that gives him pyrokinesis, and he has like another guy inside of his head that gives him like telekinetic abilities and to move things. And oh god, okay, yeah, I'll get back to you.
Alright, please do.
There's another Marvel movie that's coming out. It's some sort of it's like a scary looking movie.
Oh,
No,
Oh,
you reminded me of
Spawn,
because
is
of
it?
insane. No, it's not Spawn.
Spawn is a
It's
Marvel
they're in an
Dark
insane
Horse.
asylum, and like
There were also
all of them
Spawn
have
and
mutant
Ninja
powers.
Insane Asylum and all
Yeah.
that. I mean, you're talking
I'm pretty
about-
sure they all do.
Well, because they just released that one. What? Wait, is the Runaways? Which is like a bunch of kids that are, and that one was like
Is it-
on Hulu or Fox or something like that. It was like Marvel's Runaways, and it's like
it's on Hulu. Yeah.
yeah, but a group of kids that were like
I'm pretty sure it's
All
Fox.
had-
It's.
a bunch of different powers. I mean, probably.
I think it's a movie too. I don't think it's just a.
Marvel's Runaways.
I don't think so.
No, Marvel's Runaways is not about that. It's about like their parents are like in a fucking cult and
New
they're, like,
Mutants.
Yeah, the New
Ah,
Mutants.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm thinking of never.
Because it's got that chick that's like sitting there like stuck like strapped in a chair, and then it shows another thing of like somebody like trying to come through the wall, and you see like this weird creepy hands. You know that scary movie kind of thing where they go through the try to go through the wall, and you see the fingers sitting there
Right.
going. Blah, blah, blah.
Marvel FX show.
My hand doesn't make that sound.
Man, if that actually
There's a
happened,
Deadpool
I wouldn't care
show.
what noise they made. I'd be scared.
There's a
They would say they're going.
Animated.
I don't
right?
think I'd be scared.
Yeah, animated by the same people that did Archer and written and directed by
Frisky
Donald
Dingo.
Glover.
Oh wait, what?
There's a new Deadpool show coming out.
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
FX,
yeah.
And it's written by Donald Glover because FX was like, Atlanta, Here's money.
Legion.
Yeah.
Legion.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, shit. And Atlanta season 2 starting soon.
Oh, fuck.
Who's playing Deadpool?
I don't know. Probably if I had to take a guess, I would say either not Nathan Fillion. Who's the other guy?
That'd be crazy.
Is Nathan Fillion and not Ryan Reynolds.
Gosling.
Seacrest.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Ryan Seacrest.
Seacrest out.
God.
No, there's another guy with Nathan Fillion. Like they are like the two like voice actors.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like they do everything.
Oh,
The only other one I can
think
think of now is the guy that does the voice of Bender.
No, not Paul.
Joe DiMaggio. Yeah.
Joe DiMaggio.
Paul
Oh, Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti.
No, Legion. That is the name of the show I was talking about, and it's Professor Xavier's son is kidnapped and then sent to a mental kidnapped or something, and then sent to a mental institution as he grows up and ends up like getting broken out and having to learn his powers and stuff. And I think they're starting season 2 2019. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, but it was a super weird show. Like the first episode just freaked me the fuck out. Like it was so like the art styling of it, the way they like directed it, it took me to another place, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome, man!" Like, what a
Cool.
good show.
It is time to take a quick break.
Lovely.
Get this word from our sponsors. Radio Player One looks fucking stupid. That's all I'm going to say about that. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Nolan. And I'm also Nolan. You know, there are a lot of theories running around out there that haven't been properly checked to see if they hold water. Here in the information age, there are enough shaky ideas about the world as we know it that the truth can often get lost in the weeds. Armed with a discerning mind in one hand and the sharpened tools of the scientific method in the other, we hope that this show can serve as a machete to help cut through the thickets of bullshit and logical inconsistency that plague our world, and elucidate the path through the mire of misinformation and lead us into the gleaming arms of Veritas when we ask, does it science?
In one foul swoop, and it's like really fucking good.
You moved the table.
But
Jacob got us.
what was it? Did you remember watching did you watch Screw Attack often?
A little bit.
Did you
I
watch
watched
where
I
they-
watched the Death Podcast for the first time last night, actually.
I don't.
You watched
They
it?
got their new set, which is awesome. Their new set's
their
fucking
new
dope.
set's fucking
That table
cool.
is fucking nuts, dude. And Chad I've never seen him be so fucking happy about a fucking table in my life.
He's so happy about being a part of Rooster Teeth.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, that's the whole thing. Is like going back and watching like when Screw Attack first came out, dude. Looked just like this.
Yeah.
Like Screw Attack didn't do death battles until like fucking 6 years after they were out.
Yeah, I used to watch Screw Attack like way back in the day.
Yeah, like-
That was like
Yeah,
Handsome
it was-
Tom and Stuttering Craig.
Yeah. So that was I was watching them the other day, and they had the talk about the White Ranger, the White Ranger. The White Ranger was never actually a part.
Yeah, he was.
I'm good.
Good.
He was a little kid.
Yeah, no, it's really fucking interesting.
It was,
because
right?
like Haim Saban tried for years to adapt Super Sentai for an American audience, and he finally did it with Zhu Ranger, which was the dinosaurs and all of that.
Yeah.
They did that. They adapted the whole thing. It was so popular they actually got them to make special footage for the American audience that was never aired in Japan. That was like the second half of the
Yeah, that's where
the original
Tommy
season.
finally came in. And
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
because the Green Ranger in the Japanese version, Zhu Ranger, actually died. Whenever ours lost his power and went away for a few
Yeah.
weeks, he actually died in that series. So they redid that, and then in season 2. They didn't want to update the costumes because they didn't want to lose the audience.
Yeah.
But they were like, we can't order any more Zord footage, so you got to splice the Zord footage with the Zord footage from Die Ranger, which is a follow-up series to Zhu Ranger, with the Power Ranger footage they shot in America. And you can see it a lot of times, too. You can see those cuts in like that last little bit where it's the Megazord, the original Megazord sliding with the sword
Yeah.
and killing the bad guy.
because like it's the same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then the White Ranger was from that same series as well, which is why he's the only one you ever see interacting
Only
with
one
the Zords.
Yeah.
I'm watching you.
Well,
And
they-
yeah, he was a kid too.
They had talked about.
What's up, bro?
There's one episode of Power Rangers of Metamorphin when they're fighting against the White Ranger, like early on White Ranger, in
the
our
series?
in our series.
Cigarette from
When you say R series, do you mean the first
No.
season?
Well, it's like right when okay,
Who's
so
fighting against the
Green,
White Ranger?
no, it was Green Ranger. It was
Yeah.
Green Ranger.
Yeah.
Green Ranger comes in and punches the
The ones you
Yellow
got
Ranger.
Kikasola.
Oh, yeah.
Like he like gets on board the ship, gets inside the Zord, and then like the Megazord, and then like runs inside and just like fucking punches
Where's-
the Yellow Ranger, like or one.
No, don't you start a habit.
Where's Ren?
I kind of no. Will you not turn around?
He's over there.
What?
Yes, where Ren went. I told him where it was.
You handed them to me.
Go
They're
down to
observing.
the goal.
Yeah, I know.
You ever been down to the ball?
No, Dylan, go back.
They're
Go-
serving the
I don't want to
teammate.
see it.
You don't want to
But
see
I don't
it?
want to see you
Uh,
smoke
It
cigarettes.
happens once every couple of years.
I don't want to see
The-
it. Ah.
The orange, not orange. Why did I say orange?
Orange Ranger.
You
My
didn't even
favorite
inhale
Ranger.
it.
I've never been.
That's fine.
I just like
Good.
to taste
the
them.
Yellow Ranger
What?
and
Just like to
and
taste
the
them.
Zhu Ranger was
You're here,
was
good,
a
you're
guy.
done.
The
You
only
tasted it.
female on the Japanese version
Was the pink.
Yeah.
That makes that better because like in my eyes it was just like
It's the first time I've ever seen
Green
a
Ranger
cigarette.
comes on board the
Me
Zord,
too, I don't
runs
like it.
down, closest
I don't like
one's
it
yellow.
It doesn't make
punches
sense.
her,
Hold on.
and dips. Like, oh, it's, what, dude?
That.
Oh!
He's-
Nolan,
it's okay, he's
you're-
not inhaling, he's
Yeah,
clinting
dude,
again.
stretch your
Yeah,
arm out
I'm
again.
just-
Stretch your arm out again.
I'm
Look at that!
I'm George Bush.
Where'd I go?
Bill, never
Real
mind.
quick.
Wow.
Bill
Milk,
Clinton.
milk, 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 milk.
Whatever.
I could put some print on that.
I know, right? Fuck! Oh my god.
Man, no,
Nope.
I need tattoos to darken my skin.
You just need
Did
a
not
tan.
inhale.
Fuck, I
Did
can't!
not have sexual relations with
I-
that woman.
I thought it was I didn't
You got
swallow.
malfunction in your
What?
I thought it was I didn't swallow.
I'm two-toned!
two tones.
Two-tones!
Last thing I'll say about the Power Rangers franchise is I would really love to see the comics, that whole like story done, animated.
It'd
Yeah,
be super dope, man.
yeah.
Oh god, like I've never been like. I never thought I really, dude. Come on, son.
I didn't know it was gonna do that.
There's such rich lore and story there to explore in the Mighty
And
Morphin
it's
universe.
only getting used.
Yeah, and that it's just so limited by the format of adapting the Japanese footage and everything. But the way the American story is taken, there's so much room to play around in there that I would love to see that
I remember the last
explored
time.
more.
The
I
last
want
time
to see
watched-
Power Ranger cars again.
See what?
Power Rangers with cars again?
Oh, you talking about SPD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
Police department.
That sounds awful.
Power Rangers
Pretty cool. Like when I was young, I had to.
I'll tell you what,
I
we-
stopped watching
we
Power
watched-
Rangers.
We
Wait.
watched a movie back when we were living on 7th Street where me and you both we were like, fuck, we've been tripping all night.
talking Turbo?
No, dude, maybe. I don't know. We tripped face all night, and then we sat down and we were watching Netflix, and we were like, we selected a movie of Power Rangers because we were going to watch Mighty Morphin, but it was like the last arc, and it was like all the Power Rangers come together. And
Oh
shit.
my god!
That shit was dope!
Yeah!
Dude, I don't know if it was the
Like
tripping or what, but, oh my God.
everybody was in it.
We were just like sitting there like dumbfounded for an hour and a half, like, oh my god, look at all of them. Oh, and it's the Mighty Morphins. Oh my god.
Why
Every
is
one of them?
Every single
What-
Power
yeah.
Ranger that's ever existed comes together to help stop the last nemesis of the fucking Rangers, which doesn't really make any sense
actually
because the
gotta
Power
see
Rangers
this.
just like fucking take my shit, universe, give it to somebody who needs it.
Was it the one when Zordon died?
This
Spoilers.
wasn't Morphin. This wasn't Morphin. This
No,
was
no,
just-
it's not that. That's
Zordon went on past Morphin.
Well, because that's like I stopped watching after they introduced Lord Zed, and then like
The end of the Zordon era and the whole continuity of Power Rangers was in space. That was where it stopped.
that's why, because like yeah,
It stopped being like a continuous story. Then after that, each
It's
season
just
is
spin-off
yeah.
nonsense. Which the Samurai,
man, fucking Ninja Force,
Ninja Force is bad.
Dino Thunder was pretty alright.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man,
you got to have
I
Connie
really
being a
stopped
Black
watching
Ranger.
after.
Oh hey pup,
I stopped. I stopped watching a little bit after Ivan Ooze. I won't lie.
I know.
Zeo was really really good.
Was it?
Turbo was trash. In Space picked up and was really really good, and that's where it stopped. And then after that, I got too old, and the story wasn't as good
Yeah.
anymore. Lost Galaxy's okay. I never really cared for Lightspeed Rescue. Time Force and Wild Force I actually really enjoyed those.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of Wild Force.
I really enjoyed Wild Force. I really enjoyed getting back to the animal-based Zords. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
that's exactly where I was at. Same reason why I watched was it Ninja Force was
Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm. Sorry,
Yeah, Storm.
they used animals too, didn't they?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the Disney era. Wild Force was the last
Yeah,
one that Saban did, and I don't.
I mean,
And
still
again,
had
it could be-
production rights, but
Yeah, it could be age thing, but it just that's kind of where
Dude, that was like
it,
my guilty
it
pleasure.
completely lost me.
Power Rangers?
Ninja Storm. Like
Oh.
in Ninja Storm, I was probably you're 22,
23.
23. I was
You're the
probably
baby.
like 15. I was probably 15 when Ninja Force was on. Ninja Storm was on, and I was, it's one of those things where, like, if I couldn't just be like, hey, friends of mine, check out
Right.
how much, it's not like go home and it's like it was on fucking Disney XD or whatever the fucking. Yeah, I knew that. Shut up. I just acted like I didn't.
The
Hold on. There's my Disney's. There you go. Okay, never mind.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Coco from the Disney Channel. Eat shit.
Oh,
Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah, no, we can totally do one.
Yes, I hope so. You guys have fun editing.
yeah,
Right.
I want a magic wand in my hand ASAP.
LOL, no.
LOL. Yeah.
Watching the
Okay.
footage of those is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Or where they're like taking direction. They're like, hey, can you do it like wider to the left? And they just like get frustrated. Like,
I guess.
it's so much fun to watch.
You ever,
One
see
time.
you ever see the one where I think it's Hillary Duff? I think it's her. Man, there's a Disney commercial like
let it book for her.
in the making of it.
Goddamn email.
She's like crying and she's trying to hold back her tears, and she's like, yeah, welcome back to the Disney Channel.
Yes. No. Because
And she's
actually,
fucking like waves something
they
around.
use that footage. I
Yeah,
swear to God,
they
to, like,
actually used her sadness in
because
Disney.
she's like she has every time I watched. Oh man, every time I watched her do that, I was like, she looks like fucking sad. Like,
yeah,
she's like trying really hard to just like smile, and I'm
and they keep trying to make her do the like something just happened to her, like somebody just died.
no, they're just yelling at her. She,
God, yeah.
When you work for
probably.
Disney, you're
Yeah.
owned by Disney.
To become a Disney star, you have to stand on a pillar and get fruit thrown at you for like 2 days straight.
Or rape.
And immediately go record some shit right after that.
You're getting fruit thrown at you while you're being raped.
Oh my god!
You can't even get raped right.
He just said, "Oh, well, you're getting raped," and I was like, "Oh my god, what a plane
How
crash!"
does one get raped?
And then
right?
you're just like, "Oh, by the way,
That's what I want to know.
easy."
Easy.
Easy peasy
Yeah.
lemon squeezy.
So you've done it before?
Well, no, I'm been raped.
No, raped. You said it was easy.
Don't trigger me.
You've already triggered me.
Coco's a fruit thrower.
Yeah,
Beyond anything.
Oh yeah, at the very worst.
I got a video to show you. Never mind, we can wait. I'll show you.
So Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super.
Did we ever come back from break?
Yeah, we've been.
We're
back
here
for a
now.
while.
I never heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope that was an interesting
It
conversation.
was
to have.
smooth. It was a smooth intro.
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
we just-
Well,
Hey,
or
we
smooth.
Yeah, just kind of.
Welcome,
Well, I'm
welcome,
just now getting back.
welcome
So hey,
to the
everybody.
Fandom Nonsense podcast. I'm Coco.
Why did we
I'm not
come
your-
back?
I'm not-
Stop.
I'm not your host. But
Super.
So yeah, Ruby. Dragon Ball Chibi. That's
Dragon Ball Chibi.
that was,
I hope that's what's next.
yeah, I'd watch it.
Yeah,
next series?
absolutely.
I mean, did you see the fucking menu for Dragon Ball fighters? I mean, they're just all walking around with their big old eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
And did you see?
They're
some-
chibi
swim in
characters.
them.
They are chibi characters, bro.
Yeah.
I'd watch it. I mean, I wouldn't enjoy myself, but I'd watch it.
Yeah, I mean,
You definitely would not be as good
It's
as
been
Ruby.
super.
I didn't enjoy myself watching Super, but I still watch it.
I watch Super, and like
I've enjoyed Super.
it's like
Thoroughly.
It has its moments.
okay. Go back and like
We're
watch
6 episodes away from the end. I mean,
when you go back and watch like the first episodes. It feels so Dragon Ball. When they go on the vacation day or whatever, and she's like flying the plane, and Vegeta's standing on top of the plane. Trunks getting thrown around the inside, and Vegeta's like just taking it, like flying through a forest, getting smacked with like branches and stuff. And he's just standing there like, this means nothing to me.
no.
And then, like,
Canon Broly movie?
yeah, we did. It's called the Universe Survival Arc.
No.
Yeah, it's called but she's girly
No.
now.
Yeah.
I want a real.
She's
I
not,
want our universe Broly.
she's not a
Oh,
Broly.
Our
She's
Universe
a
Broly
girly.
doesn't exist anymore. Our Universe
A
Broly.
Broly?
Girly. No, she's girly. She's not a Broly.
Let me tell you when Broly became
Shut up, Nolan.
became a non-important character. When Videl beat him.
Who?
When Videl, Goten,
Yeah.
Trunks, and less than Mystic Gohan fought.
Less than-
He never-
fought.
Yeah.
He never needed a second movie.
Broly
Broly
didn't need a
no.
third movie.
Oh my god,
When
no!
he
I didn't even
first
want. I
movie.
didn't even want to get
We
to
didn't
buy
have-
it
that
to
was-
fucking bio Broly.
Let me tell you. Okay, so whenever the Hachiyak,
bad.
whenever they released the Hachiyak movie, which was just like an in-game like bonus movie, like
Yeah.
whenever that was released, the guy who designed Broly came forth to say like, whatever, Dragon Ball's stupid. I made Broly, so he'd be like the strongest character they'd ever have to fight, but shit, and then he just goes and re-ups him like
Well,
he makes
obviously,
3
what did
new
you
movies.
expect, man?
Like,
Yeah.
right, like you were part of a long-running series, and you think that this is the top.
Yeah.
All right, I've designed the
Like,
top.
I gave
Yeah.
you guys.
This is the best thing that could ever come out of Dragon Ball.
Which, don't get me wrong, fucking dope. But now they're like, you know what? Let's go back and make an even more original Super Saiyan. Make it
Yeah.
more Super Saiyan-er.
Not only
And
It's still not that interesting.
no, I really don't. And like, that's where I'm.
Get a race.
One of my biggest concerns coming from this movie is that they are stopping Super, releasing a movie, and then coming back. If you come back and you are basing all of your foundation off of a movie, when all of your movies have been fucking what-if scenarios, I will be infuriated.
I mean, that's not entirely true because Battle of the Gods.
Battle of the Gods and
And-
Revival of F are both full arcs.
Yes.
Yes.
They are
And
not.
this
But
is-
then they're
select-
represented
But
in the
what if
series.
they're going to end up trying to do the exact same thing with this new story past Super? Make new movies, and then those movies are based on a new story that comes out.
That would rustle my jimmies.
Just
Jimmy's
if
would
you're
be
going to
rustled
do
as well.
that,
Yes, they would.
if you're going to do that, then don't stretch out the movie into an arc.
Yeah.
Make the movie the pilot
To
the
Yeah,
arc
and then continue.
and continue from
Right.
there. I don't want to see
The arc or
I don't
the
want to
movie
see
is the pilot.
I don't want to see the same thing done again twice and have to watch it just because
Thank you.
there's a few extra things expanded upon
I really
in the
like-
series version.
I really like Super, I do, but like the fact of the matter is that like when Battle of the Gods came out, I was stoked because this happened, and apparently he's releasing a new show where he's gonna have to go to every single universe and fight every god of destruction and like
That would've
try
been
to
cool.
one up himself. Like,
Right.
that's what the original concept, what I had read was.
That almost feels like sorry to interrupt, but that almost feels like early Jackie Chan adventures
Yes.
kind of thing,
Right,
like,
and, like,
finding the talisman.
That
And
was
having
the
to
shit.
progress.
Yeah,
That was
And then
so
like
fucking cool.
when all those talismans, whenever was it Shenlong? Was that his name?
yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Whenever they all culminated together and he became like the actual dragon, and Jackie had to like go in there with the glowing hands and like rip different talismans out of him to like fight him.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking dope.
That-
Like,
and it built so well to
It
that.
did.
It didn't overexpose the villain. And when he actually came up to his full power, you were like, "Holy shit, this
yeah,
matters!"
this goddamn dragon. Like,
Yeah.
Shendu. Yes. He was a very like that's what I expected to happen. Goku would like train and fight through all these different universes to become the strength of Beerus. Like to be able to be that god.
Like
that
Beerus
god
was
of
top
destruction.
tier under everybody
Yes,
else.
and that's what I thought was going on. And then they're like, "Nah, we're gonna go back and redo Battle of the Gods, and then we're gonna go back and then do Revival of F. Oh, and by the way, here's this purple guy that won't matter and like fucking whenever. And then we're
Here's
gonna
this
go.
purple.
Oh, by the way, Trunks is back. I hope you didn't forget about him from the future because he still fucking matters for some reason. Can't fucking become the. I'm sorry.
So where did we leave the audience last? How many do we have to go over?
122.
It was
122?
Yeah.
122.
Which was right before. It was either right before Vegeta went.
Vegeta
blue,
got smashed.
or right before Vegeta went blue. Because like it was either Vegeta get the
It was-
shit kicked out of him, or it was right
So-
before Vegeta got the shit.
I'm pretty sure it was the episode like right before the episode where
So
Vegeta
121.
went royal blue.
So 121.
I feel like we
Well-
talked about Piccolo getting knocked off.
Oh yeah, no, we
That
talked. We
was
talked.
last week.
No,
because
I
bald guy
definitely remember us. Oh,
Mr. Oh, every bald guy's going out.
I knew it. Except Frieza.
Yeah.
Frieza's still not out.
17
We have a lot to catch up on.
and 18.
Anyway, no.
Spoiler, by the way.
For who?
The last thing,
Yeah,
like,
a month later.
I'm pretty sure the last episode we talked about was.
The episode before.
It was Dr.
Vegeta-
It was
Pepperoni.
Yeah, exactly. Dr.
Hey,
Pepperoni. Dr.
Yeah,
Pepperoni. Yeah.
Thank you. Godfather's Pizza. That's what we were talking
Yeah. His deep dish got cracked, and
Yeah.
then he,
Yep.
just
Yeah, we were talking about
17
we were
cracked
talking
his
about the
deep
Power
dish.
Rangers 17 moment. That's what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
that was the
Where everybody like we had Super Saiyan God, fucking Golden Frieza,
White.
17
Yeah.
being an android.
Dude, I'm sorry. Okay, so Boo had the fucking well of energy and like had like unlimited energy to go on. But then you have 17 and 18 who both have unlimited energy and are underutilized so much.
Oh, yeah.
more. Like I didn't realize how much I wanted to have these characters be more utilized until watching this arc.
Yep.
If
Same.
you leave me dry on some 17 love, I will hate you forever.
Right. He needs one more good.
Welcome to
said no.
being a fan of literally anyone in this saga but Goku.
Right,
Vegeta,
Tien
Vegeta,
has always been my one of my favorite.
We still don't know. We
characters.
still don't
And-
actually know the
Yeah.
power scale.
Multi-hands technique, dude. What
Yeah,
is that?
Tien was the jam. He was the first character.
can
Him and
turn
Chaozu were the first characters to fly, and
Yeah.
He
Right.
turned into Goro, dude.
We never
Nuts.
we never actually got to see the power scale in any way of 17. Right now, the thing that stops him from being useful is a god of destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
In training.
The thing was,
But
Pepperoni was
is Topo more powerful than Beerus? That's another question I would have.
But that's a weird question because, like, ideally, when Goku was fighting against
No,
Beerus,
he's clearly not. He can't hold it, like hold the
He has to
power. He has to charge it.
right?
Yeah, like
Because when Goku fought Beerus, Beerus was like, I didn't even use that much, but then went back and like Whis was like, you use like 70% of your energy against him.
Yeah.
As a Super Saiyan.
We've
God.
never seen Beerus do what Topo is doing right now, though.
Well, that's the thing. That's
He's
what
never been
weirded me
pushed
out.
to that,
He's
though.
literally just surrounding himself in the destruction energy.
yeah.
yeah,
So that
he's using it as an aura.
as an aura, and that's weird, right? Like,
It's different
like
than what I
the
think we've
ceremony
been
of
assuming.
transformation.
huh?
I think that's probably like a ceremony of the transformation.
It might be like surrounding your being literally like irradiated with.
Do you have to be given access to?
You have to.
destruction?
I'm guessing so.
You have to be trained.
you have to
under
put
the
in an
kind of
application.
destruction, which is why I think Vegeta is this next episode or the episode following.
He's
will
already agreed to
turn-
have to be able to. Do
The
so.
only reason Vegeta's training with Whis is because he agreed to become a god of destruction. He is
Would
training
that
to
make
become one.
Goku the next?
No, there's no
Kai.
angel. There's no angel
Yeah.
step downs because
And-
you have to be born from the.
Well, not the angels.
Grand
Okay.
Priest has to go get it on
Well,
with
that's
the
fine.
local
I mean,
Hua.
The Kai.
The Kai seems to be a certain
Kai,
a race or
Yeah,
whatever.
The Kai's are a race, but at the same time, though, like fucking Trunks was made into the future Trunks, and at least in the manga storyline, was made into the understudy of the Supreme Kai, and that
Goku has no place being a Kai.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
he's not.
or an
not-
angel or any
Yeah.
kind of authority figure.
Yeah.
Like Vegeta does. Vegeta,
They'd be more useful in a
Vegeta
Kai.
makes sense as a god of
that's
destruction.
what we
For sure.
we had a sidebar while you guys were watching where we had talked about like Vegeta, them giving Topo this fucking character development 6 episodes before the fucking show ends is nonsense to me. Oh, I'm done being for justice.
Oh, yeah.
Time for me to unleash
me,
the evil or the destruction. That's nuts. But if they were to give that to Vegeta, who would have to give up on his newborn daughter, who would have to give up this and that, and Bulma and Trunks and life itself to become focused solely on being a god of destruction.
And use Topo as a springboard of
Yep.
a mortal can be trained to be the god of destruction. That's how the torch is passed and
Right.
everything. Yeah.
And he kind of has this self-realization that I'm gonna do it, and then just fucking do it and save his family.
Or maybe the opposite of that, where like he's thinking,
I
if
don't
this is the kind of commitment that I have to take, like Topo changed
Yeah.
completely,
Dramatically.
completely.
That's why I think.
And that's what makes him not want
It
to
seemed
be a
like
god
it
of
was really
destruction.
easy to get him to just completely.
Yeah, just
escape
out
from
of
his
nowhere.
dogma.
Well, I mean, Frieza though.
to see
Frieza,
Vegeta-
no, Frieza put him in such a shitty situation.
you
though.
say,
Yeah.
you say easy,
I feel
but
bad
he's
for
like,
Topo
he's
at
like,
that point.
my
Like,
entire universe. is
Topo,
going to
I
be
hope
destroyed.
Frieza gets.
But
killed
he
in
knows
this,
he's
but,
gonna
like,
be. He knows that the whole time. He knows that it.
I know, but
throughout
like,
all
he
this.
didn't think he would have if his universe won. He wouldn't have to take that step.
He probably already figured his
Like,
universe
he's-
was gonna win.
He's been yeah, exactly. He's got Jiren.
But no, you make a good point. To see Vegeta turn down that level of power and authority
That would be
Yeah,
some
that
build
would
right there.
because of his like
Because he
bonds
doesn't.
and
He
commitments
doesn't
and
want to
everything.
take that same, the same
Yeah,
thing that
Especially
Topo
if
did.
if that was like a mental trigger to push him into Ultra Instinct or something. Like I know, like Ultra
Oh,
Instinct's
yeah.
probably like out of the question at this point. But like,
If
I
we're
don't-
going, if
it-
this close to the end, I wouldn't be surprised
Right.
if they both do it.
I want to see like the fact that he would like he's conflicted because he wants to save his universe, but at the same time he's not willing to put that much commitment into that and like fucking break through the limit breaker. Like
Yeah.
that would be dope.
I think in Vegeta's fight with Topo, he will find the breaking point where he has to access Ultra Instinct, and
I think
use that against Jiren.
What
But
if he just
I
gets?
feel like they would.
What if he just gets God of Destruction and Goku keeps instinct?
That's entirely possible as well.
And
There's
at this
a
point,
couple different avenues.
I think Ultra Instinct was a mistake.
Thinks what?
I think Ultra Instinct was a mistake.
Oh, they jumped
It
the
was.
gun
They,
so
they
hard.
jumped the gun so fucking hard. They shouldn't have done it.
That was the
They gave it way too much hype, way too early.
Yeah, they
It
made it
would-
so that the peak almost seems like
it's a
Goku's
Chekhov's
first-
gun that if
Yeah.
it fires, it's going to blow the whole thing apart for me.
Yeah.
It's going to put Goku, like if Goku masters that in the next 6 episodes, it's going to put him way too high of scale. It's not going to make sense for his his whole arc throughout Super at its core has been about Goku building up to fight Beerus again and get on his level.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
Goku surpasses the gods of destruction without even fighting them, that loses all tension in his rematch with Beerus down the line if that ever happens.
If they give me that show that I was talking about earlier, where he has to go to these different universes and fight these, like at least for the last
There's
4
more universes,
right?
yeah.
At least for these last 4, I'm still good. I'm like, okay, well, I got what I wanted out of it.
I feel
But
like we might get like a Rocky 3 ending where it's like Goku and Beerus, like, stop motion punching each
Ding,
other.
ding.
I swear to God. Oh my God.
I would adore it. I'd be like, hey, good. What a callback right there.
Why didn't they let Frieza get? No, that's not going to happen.
Because
Why not?
Because he still has to fight Oob and he has to like go
Yep.
through time.
No.
Like, where,
He has to train.
This
Oob.
what's going to
Yeah,
happen
you know what I mean.
is this arc's going to end in the next 3 to 4 episodes, and we're going to have 2 to 3 episodes of time skip and end of Z, and the next one's going to go after Z.
Are we sure about
I
that?
hope so.
No.
We're gonna have to go after
How
Z
old
with this.
was
with this. We're
Oob when-
pushing too much on
What?
it.
How old was Oob right before
He was 10 years old.
I
No,
won't
no,
fucking
not
watch it if it's
at the end
after
of Z. I'm talking about right before the Universal Tournament.
4 or 5.
So we still have time.
No,
unless we're gonna
the time
unless
skip.
we're gonna make
Yeah,
that time.
they're
skip.
gonna.
Here's what I'm thinking.
I'm
now.
so done with this in the middle bullshit.
Goku's new gi.
Yeah, they have to establish that.
God of Destruction gi. What if Vegeta gets knocked out?
What if Toriyama doesn't even remember what the gi looked like at the end of
bullshit.
Z?
Absolute bullshit.
He
Because-
couldn't remember the
Dude,
color of
second-
Trunks'
That is
hair.
not,
First
that
off-
is not true.
That is not true. He said those little factual things aren't important
Okay.
to the story.
Here's the thing about Trunks' hair. In the manga,
But
Trunks' hair was whenever it was color was purple, but so was Bulma's hair. Trunks' hair and Bulma's hair have always been the same color in the manga.
okay,
Toriyama did not have much involvement with the anime to color. That's why Bulma's hair was more blue and Trunks' hair remained purple. In
I think we
Super,
gave that guy's a mystery, especially for all the fans. Like, who is this mystery boy with purple hair that we've never seen before?
Yeah.
It's different than-
Right.
Yeah.
But if you gave him blue hair, you're like,
Yeah,
I mean, if you look at the covers for the Dragon Ball mangas, Bulma's hair is the same color as Trunks' hair.
it is.
In Super, it's the same thing. It's just that now it's more the anime's taken over and it's blue. So
I think
it is a case of him forgetting, but it's also a case of, in Toriyama's eyes, Trunks has the same color of hair as Bulma.
I mean, like, the way, like, when they were going up against, when he was training Trunks to go up against Boo, he said, hit me in the face and I'll take you to the park. That's where the second episode of Super takes place. He even has the memory flashback of, like, I promised him I'd take him because he let him blow. Like,
Him
that-
ripping that octopus. I could eat your whole race.
I think it's covered in ink and it has a hissy fit.
It dies.
No, that's what I'm interested. Like, I think that
Hissy
Goku.
fit.
I think Goku is going to become a god of destruction. I honestly believe that.
Goku?
Yes.
No, I think
Because
I don't think either of them are going to become
Hear me
gods of
out.
destruction.
Hear me out.
That is a straight up GT.
let me.
Oh
Yeah.
my fucking
That'd be
Christ.
shitty.
Think about this. Why does he need to train a new?
Why did he need to fly away on the fucking Dragon Ball or fucking Shenron merge with the Dragon Balls? He doesn't.
As he
if you
hugs
read-
it.
You read Dragon Ball.
It was very
F, I think it was.
No, that was
never-ending story.
No, I'm
That's
saying
what I felt like.
as GT. But I'm saying there's at the end of Dragon, or there's a mock-up that was written by a guy that was given permission by Akira Toriyama to use the likeness, and it was him. It was like Goku left to go to a different plane where it was like 7 planets that were in a circle like Dragon Balls, and it was like he had to reach each new step of spiritual awakening in order to succeed in
like
becoming
the
like
chakras?
strongest. Yeah,
Oh.
and so that was a whole other thing. But that's not what I'm getting at. Why does Goku, if Goku has obtained, he's damn near immortal as it is. He's only like 4 years older. Why now did he decide, Oob, I'm going to train you to be the new Guardian of Earth. Like, I'm going to train you to be the new Protector.
Well, isn't
Why?
he the reincarnation of Boo?
So he can
Yeah, he's a reincarnation of Boo as a good guy. Yeah, he wanted to fight him again. I hope we get to fight one day. That was his whole mission. But why at the end of Z did he say, like, I'm gonna work with you to train you to become...
It's been so long since I've read the last chapter of Dragon Ball to remember exactly what Goku said to Oob. But no matter what he said as far as training him to be the next guardian of the earth and everything. Which
Did he actually say that?
I don't remember if he did or not.
I don't think that he
As
actually
somebody-
said that
as
he's going to
somebody
be the
watched
Garden
it-
of the Earth.
I've watched it, the Garden of the Earth. Garden of
You
Ooh.
will be my Earth Garden.
I feel like that was what he said. How would you like to come with me and train? And he said, how would you like to come with me and train? And then like they mentioned that like
No, they go back to his home.
But
and
I
train.
think that
he goes back by his home.
at that point, because you have to remember this is 20 years ago that the last chapter of Dragon Ball came out.
Yep.
That the story ended until Super started.
you place your bets now, boys.
At that point, you finally see Goku in his own gi again.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a student anymore. He's finally
Mastered.
He's finally a master, and it's that open-ended, continuing the story by him finally becoming the teacher and passing it along. I don't think that there's much.
But you yourself have told me that you don't feel like Akira Toriyama is a writer that cares about those minute concepts.
Oh no, he definitely doesn't. But I think that he can get it right occasionally.
Oh, now.
No, I think that obviously.
He doesn't mean that, I swear.
No, he does.
Okay, was that second person?
Mm-hmm. No, I started.
He. No,
Yeah.
no, Jeremy.
No, I think that now that's at risk if he continues the story and trying to retcon it to where Goku's trying to teach Oob to be the guardian of the Earth. But I think it's just that open-ended. Goku trained under all these people. Now he's training someone, and from Goku's perspective, it's a challenge, and it's someone to, to keep him on his toes. But I don't really think there was.
I feel like either.
I don't think there was ever any idea of the story going beyond that. That was just kind of like an open-ended. Okay, it started with Goku being the student, and now Goku is the master, and
I feel like I get that concept, but I'm pulling from. I feel like we're both deriving from something inside of us, like a hope in that. You know what I mean? Like,
if I have a hope, it's that Toriyama doesn't fuck up the story by going beyond the ending point of the story.
Dude,
and
you fucked up the story the minute Beerus was introduced.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love him, but
Beerus?
yeah, the minute Beerus was
I do like
introduced.
Beerus as a character.
I
He is kind of
Beerus was an opener to just so much lore.
Okay, but imagine if all of this is
Good
Lore
exposition.
that never existed 20 years ago when the story ended,
And they're about to
It has
get
be
get
retconned.
rid of it by a tiny child who loves flashy lights.
I think that I think it'd be very interesting.
Never should have happened.
I think it'd be very interesting to see that. I mean, Goku.
I would agree with
Goku
that.
in Ultra Instinct is very.
Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
I am.
My favorite episodes
There's
have been
so
the filler
much
episodes,
good.
and even those.
There
were
is so much
opposites.
good within
Listen,
Super.
listen. I am.
There's someone good with
I'm
the
a
blue arc,
fucking-
but I'm not gonna say it should have happened.
Right.
I'm yanking it constantly. That I like this fucking. It makes my whole world happen. Like I'm
Didn't
singing,
need that.
I'm singing along to the fucking theme song. Like I get all fucking giddy the minute the show comes on, dude.
Right.
But no, I personally understand that. Like you have to think that you are also being conflicted because A,
It's just
nostalgia,
it's Dragon Ball.
nostalgia, and B, fucking dope fight scenes.
Man,
Like,
oh, I gotta say,
hard
no,
to-
man, I was literally about to say, man, but you gotta think about Goku riding on somebody else's
that's
energy
what I'm
wave
saying. It's like I want to
with a
believe-
Kamehameha.
I
That
want
was
to
some
believe
Tony
that
Hawk Pro Skater shit.
Like Tony Hawk could not do that. No offense, Tony Hawk.
Yeah, he's fine.
There's nobody watches the show is comparing the skills of Tony Hawk to that of Goku
Yeah, right.
and being upset when you.
You think actually, if he did watch this show, would get offended?
Yeah, it was just
I can do that.
I could
Fuck
totally
you.
ride my
So-
Kamehameha wave up an energy beam. Beam.
Tony Hawk watches the show, is a fan of Dragon Ball Super, and is upset enough with the fact that he isn't power scaled with Goku to the point where he contacts us after this episode airs.
He practices Ultra Instinct in his home.
I would.
So who have we lost in our?
Everybody.
In our what?
In the time that we've been
Okay.
gone.
We have lost
Piccolo.
18.
No, Piccolo's already been
18.
gone.
That's it.
Yeah, Pickle and 18.
Dipso.
I think
Yeah,
Piccolo.
yeah. Oh, Gohan. Duh, fucking Gohan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go on.
Gohan got
man.
knocked out.
That-
Not only before Frieza, which is understandable,
I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Before
but
17,
before 17,
that was weird.
I'm
Bullshit,
also
yeah.
fine with that.
you're
I
wrong
feel
to
like
be
there's
fine with
several
that.
episodes
with that
ago.
too,
I
yeah.
Wait,
told you
we-
that.
Seventeen is such a non.
We already
he's a-
had
he's
the
charming,
ending to
he's not a
Gohan
fucking
story.
Important character.
He's a very
I've
smart
gained
character.
I've gained acceptance for the end of Gohan's story at the Cell arc.
I mean,
Gained acceptance for it, and he had an ending that was fitting for him.
But that's not where Gohan's story ended, though. There have been just these fucking huge peaks and valleys of Gohan's story since then, where
Yeah.
Toriyama just seems like, okay, I'm really gonna take Gohan seriously as a character again,
And then
and he just
I feel like
drops the fucking ball.
I feel like him getting knocked out the way he did was perfect for his character.
It made sense.
That's
for,
exactly
okay.
what Gohan would do.
It made sense for his personality to think, and his mentality to think that just playing the numbers game and
Yeah.
trying to play the time. But at the same
17
time,
does it better.
that's a yeah. It's really an excuse for them to just get rid of him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Like-
to a point. I mean, yeah, but they have to. I mean, it's 5 minutes into it,
Like it
Gohan-
could
Gohan
have
is
been
a-
worse. I get what you're saying.
Gohan is a tactical genius, dude.
Yeah.
and he made the perfect tactical move at that point.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
I think there's
minute-
a possibility he could have found a way to knock out Dispo without losing himself.
he's moving at light speed.
So I mean, fuck, but
the
they-
best
it's-
option they have
It's
is
Dragon Ball.
It
You
was
can find a way around
it
any
was
of this
it was
shit.
one or done. It was like one move or done. Like
Then he knew that
You already had him in a lock.
Yeah.
He was already holding on to him. What's he gonna do?
vibrate so fast that he phases through him.
I instantly went to the
This isn't
Flash.
Flash.
He still
Alright,
could have
I was
done
like-
that.
And now with 6 episodes left, spoiler alert, the last episode was completely pointless.
Yes, it was. It was absolutely.
This last episode?
Yes,
Why?
I'm Topo.
because
I'm
literally
mad.
nothing happened.
I'm 17 and I'm going
Yeah,
Frieza.
I think
and here's a
this
Well,
episode.
they destroyed
This
the
episode's a
platform.
build up. This
They
episode.
They
You
changed-
don't need
changed
to go
it.
up with 6 fucking episodes
Yeah.
left in goddamn Dragon Ball.
They definitely gave me that was it the battle cruiser or the star cruiser flying through whenever in
Starship Megazord?
in the last Jedi whenever they
yeah.
warp drive and like that stillness.
Please
and
don't
that,
compare
like,
this episode to his Last Jedi.
No, I'm just talking about the artistic styling and the fucking like pretty lights. That's about it. Like that was about the only worthwhile part for this episode. Like I thought, oh man, look at that. They cracked the shit out of that. They made it look good.
Yeah.
And then you're just kind of like, oh, by the way, we have 6 episodes left until the show's over. Let's fucking waste our time right now.
Yeah.
Like I understand. Thank you for not rushing it, but you could have made some move. You could have,
Which-
and it's gonna be the same thing next episode.
How many times?
17's
I don't think it's gonna be no.
I got to gesticulate.
17's off this next round. Seriously, this next episode, 17's gone.
Yeah.
I feel like the
Vegeta-
fact that they put in the preview 17 looking like he got knocked off,
No.
he's not gonna get.
That's
He's
what
probably-
you're
yeah.
taken for a loop right there because every time that it's happened since then or before now is
Same way how
Who else
It's
is?
been
Who else
like-
has been shown that almost got Cabba?
Vegeta, Cabba, Frieza. Or not
Vegeta hasn't been
Frieza
knocked off.
No,
The
that's
last
what I'm
episode,
saying.
Frieza
But
almost
like,
gets knocked out,
what
like
I'm
twice.
what I'm saying is like in the previews, they show like Vegeta almost falling off the edge. They showed 17 almost falling off the edge, but it's never been them.
Goku
But then
almost
they-
falls off the edge.
Exactly, and then they don't do it.
They
But
never
now,
showed him almost fall off the edge. I don't
Yeah.
think.
With the little bug guy, he almost gets dragged off, and he has to jump away.
Yeah, he's on the edge.
That's Gohan.
and then no,
No, that was Gohan. Gohan was the one that
Goku,
got.
17
Who's
and
Goku
Piccolo.
was still trying to get his stamina back.
Okay.
But
How many times does Frieza have to relearn the same fucking lesson?
every time.
Every time.
I mean, he's still.
Every
I'm sorry.
time.
He's still got that cocky, like super fucking crazy attitude.
But it keeps blowing up in his face.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna blow up
over
this
and
whole planet.
over and over and over again.
Don't you understand? I'm stronger than you. Bow. Fuck. He's right. He was
Yeah.
stronger than me.
He also spends like half the episode just
Yeah,
talking
man,
shit
no,
when he could
he-
be
yeah.
doing something important.
Yeah, like, no, this ain't shit. No, this ain't shit.
Yeah.
This ain't shit. No,
Right.
this, and then he's dead. Like,
The
You're
only,
gonna get me back
he
into
comes-
that same
yeah, he comes
existential
back.
conversation, Nolan.
the only
The
thing
same one I was wanting to have earlier.
The only thing I took away from this episode was I really want to see Frieza just erased. Just
Frieza's not going. I told you, Frieza's not going
I
until
don't know.
17's gone.
I feel like even after they
No.
win, well, if
No, no,
they
no.
win,
I
they
mean-
have to. They have to wish Frieza back. They made the choice.
But if Frieza dies...
But Vegeta has the wish. Vegeta's gonna end up getting the wish.
And he's not
what
gonna
if-
win Frieza.
Fuck no.
What?
He made that
He's
deal.
gonna
No.
laugh. It's like,
He
yeah,
made that
shit.
deal with Goku.
Oh, yeah.
Make that deal with Goku, not Vegeta.
Yeah.
Vegeta's gonna be like...
Most kills, bitch.
Well, even so, he
Suck
doesn't,
it.
he doesn't have to use the Super Dragon Balls. He can use the Namekian Dragon Balls. He can use whatever he wants. But it doesn't. They also didn't guarantee that when he comes back, they don't have to kill him.
Kakarot,
What if they orchestrated?
teleport me to Namek.
What if they orchestrated so that Topo has to kill Frieza, and then that's how he gets disqualified?
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking was going to happen. Whenever he got
That's
hit.
what I was saying.
But
I was like,
he's so willy-nilly
I really
tried.
wanted to see Frieza get fucking erased. Not killed, fucking erased.
But like that's like I
And if he
literally,
gets destroyed, like
Yeah.
through
I
his
think
destruction powers,
I
it's
think that
possible.
they're gonna
I
go.
want-
They're gonna go through this whole episode, and it's like nothing bad's gonna happen to Topo until like Grand Kai's like no gods of destruction allowed in the tournament, and like moves him out. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah,
And I think
I
that's
thought the
still
same thing, yeah.
Like, why should you have why is a destruction ability allowed in the ring?
Yeah.
I get that there's a lot of like, Zeno thinks it's cool, so whatever. But at the same time, you should be like, hey, Lord, Zeno,
Why
do you
is he
think
even around? Like,
Yeah.
dude, I get so fucking.
What?
I get so excited.
Amazing!
Like, did you see that shit? Yeah, I saw that shit.
No,
Yeah.
literally,
He went so
literally.
blind.
The two of them had one line each this last episode.
Yeah.
The first one was amazing, and the next one was break.
yeah,
That's it.
I love
That's
I
it.
absolutely fucking love it. You
it
know
is
what?
fucking hilarious.
It
sometimes,
is.
but it's like it's funny in the way that we're like, why did you fucking?
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
wrote this
the
down,
thing,
the
yeah.
same line
I would-
again, and this
Some-
episode,
yeah.
like,
Sometimes I would rather see that than the exposition of Krillin.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God. Krillin
yeah.
needs to shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
right? Like,
Like,
Krillin, we
every-
get it. We are also watching this show, Krillin.
Master
It's like,
Roshi,
why isn't
sit down!
Why isn't Piccolo like nudging him, being like, we all saw
Yeah,
that?
it's like, dude, you
Dude,
realize.
you really need to shut the fuck up. Like, we all saw the same
No,
thing.
dude, but
I
that's
think we-
fuck. That is
I think we
Krillin's.
talked about that.
Yeah.
That's Krillin's piece right there, dude.
Like that is a big problem with the exposition in this arc specifically. Is you're telling us things that we're already seeing, that we already see this happening, not like expounding on things to explain what's happening,
Yeah.
Right.
like and giving more detail that you can't just
Dude, but I'm
show
telling
with a punch.
that's-
They're punching each other. We fucking know.
Yeah, it's
we
like-
see it.
Oh, what's this power? Okay,
Krillin-
fucking why? Like,
How many times
Hell
have
of
they
a
said
guy
how
with
that?
many
powers.
times? Like, what is this energy I'm feeling?
Almost too goddamn many. I can tell you that much. No,
At least
Krillin-
10 per episode.
Yeah, Krillin has that issue with. He's always been a problem in my eyes of him always.
Living.
Yes, and guess like. Okay, you guys can
Well, not
fucking.
that well.
You
Yeah.
people fucking sense energy.
He takes breaks.
You
from
all don't
living.
give a fuck
Okay.
if you think this one's got God key or whatever, but you people sense energy, and every fucking time Krillin's like, "Oh, we did it!
Yeah.
Oh my god, what? I can't fucking believe it! He's still alive! Who would have thought he'd walk out of that cloud of smoke every day since I was fucking 12?
Yeah.
I can. I absolutely fucking can, Krillin. Thank you very much. I'm a part of this show now too. Kuririn.
I definitely liked a lot of what Krillin has brought
Kuririn.
to the table. Yeah, Kuririn.
He brought the fucking
and super definitely.
times 1,000
And
solar
times
flare.
100.
And then he's
But
like,
nonetheless, they
And
never
the
even
disc-
used it.
he's
yeah,
got
he
his-
did.
He's
Did
got
they?
his
Yeah,
pizzas.
he used it one time against the blind fighting wolf. And he's like, oh, what? It didn't work?
Yeah.
Somebody made a very valid point. Why don't they hit... If it works against Frieza, it works against Cell, it works against Boo. Like, hit him with the fucking solar flare and then a Destructo Disc. You're done. Game over. Don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah, Krillin has just like the...
He has to win.
He's Krillin Ex Machina, but he can never use it
No.
like nice.
He's going to
Okay.
use it one time. His entire life.
He's like a guy with a big dick and a terrible
Literally,
personality.
literally everyone on the Z team can use a solar flare, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Vegeta, I
spam
don't
the.
think can.
Yeah, you can.
I'm sure he can.
He's
I'm
never
sure
used it.
He can
It's
find-
so easy.
He can
it's
find a
so
way.
easy to
How
do
do I
that.
reflect the
And
sun?
just fucking Krillin's
With
like,
your
all right,
fingers."
hey, just put your hands
That's the
right
only thing.
here, and it just does it
Krillin-
Just
itself.
shout solar flare.
Didn't Krillin like develop the technique off of him being bald? Like he was just like boom.
Oh, yeah,
and it was like
yeah.
flash.
That
And
was
it- like
the-
that was just
yeah.
damn. Sorry, I looked at the monitor at the exact same time my hands were out. I was like, what? Just put me back.
I feel like I remember Tien doing it too.
Tien did it too. He did it.
Yeah.
And
Cell series?
Piccolo's done it. And
Did Piccolo do it?
I don't.
Yeah.
I can see the nails.
Right. Like,
I can see the nails solar flaring.
I see it like old school gritty though. Like I see.
You get more
it
of the.
seems so very familiar.
But
Mafuba.
I'm a girl. So.
they should have just spammed the solar flare, just
Whatever you want.
just blinded everybody, and then just
Destructive.
What?
then just, no, just hit out.
Yeah.
Just wait it out. All right, solar flare's about to wear off. Boom, here's another one.
Yeah.
Back off.
You
just
think
run out their fucking time.
Everybody at the same time get
like
in and
flashbangs.
dip around the center of the fucking ring, and it's like, what are they doing up there? Oh, that's Universe 7. Fuck Universe 7. And it's like everybody comes running, fucking solar flare, Kamehameha. Everybody's fucking off the map. There you go. We won. It's like,
I mean, yeah,
I
that
love
would
the idea
bust
of
out
double
Jiren real
solar
quick.
flare, but with the
Yeah,
second
his
one,
eyes
like gets up
forever.
right in his face, and it's solar flare.
He just whispers it.
Yeah.
if he fucking solar flares Jiren and trips him off the stage, I will go give Akira Toriyama money. Fly to Japan.
He's probably
walk
just
up
gonna
to him.
blink again, and it's just gonna
Hey,
disappear.
no, he's
No
like-
night.
I just hope that it would work. If it worked, I'd be like,
He's like,
"Yeah,
oh, I'm
I'd
blinded.
rather-
No, I
I'd
can
rather
get it.
see
That's
him-
perfect. He does the solar flare times 100.
Oh my god.
And
That's how he gets it. It's Krillin saves the day.
I'd rather see him. I'd rather than if he's gonna do the solar flare, I'd rather see him do the solar flare to run out the clock. Because as I
what
told Coco
17
before the
should do.
show, I do not want to see Goku win this.
no, not at all.
I want to see Vegeta win this.
I don't want to see.
It's not gonna happen.
I want to see him.
I wanna
win.
see-
I think
Fuck
everybody
off.
wants
His
to see
limit
Vegeta
breaker
win
is the
this.
same power level as Kaioken times 10.
Well, he
Goku
needs
was.
to break his limit breaker.
It's like, fuck no, it's not gonna happen.
We've introduced 2 new power ups. We don't introduce any more.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have introduced Ultra Instinct. They should have just left it at Vegeta being matched with Goku, and then them fusing
then-
at the same level and taking
both
out
hitting
Jiren.
Ultra Instinct at the same time.
Yeah,
You really think Jiren's gonna let them dance for him?
they don't. They,
No.
they,
They
don't
might do the
dance.
Patera rings.
You are
just-
never ever going to see Gogeta in any
Yeah.
kind of canon format. It's
Yeah,
never
that's
going.
fair.
It's never going to happen.
Good.
Yeah,
It's
Vegeta.
not-
has
it's
Vegeta,
not- it's
Gogeta's
not-
so
Yeah,
dumb.
Vegeta,
I hate
know.
Gogeta.
Gogeta is not Toriyama's creation. He will not put it in there.
That's fair, but if he did, he would redesign it and
Yeah. As
a
it would be
female.
something different. But like Vegeta himself, like, and even if they did,
And Vegeta
They
is
would-
so good.
they would fuck it up, absolutely fuck it up, and,
Alright.
and they would be stuck as fat Gogeta for like the next 30 minutes.
Fat?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you get
remember,
fat and
yeah.
you get old. Like if you fuck it up, that's why you're fucking up that way.
If you have your pinky extended
Yeah,
and
like
wrong,
if it's
yeah.
too much. Remember, like, oh man, I miss Budokai. Budokai 2. That was my shit, dude. You confused with anybody. Like, oh, hey Hercule, take this.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was so cool.
Then you get Goku out of nowhere. Oh man,
Go
Go
kill.
kill.
it was so good. Oh, so good.
That we got to do that.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you guys for joining us for first episode of season 2 of
I'm
Fandom
your-
Nonsense.
I'm not your host.
I'm pale.
I am, and I'm Zach.
I'm pale.
I'm not, and I'm Coco.
I'm also Nolan.
I'm Dick.
Balls.
Yes!
Done. That's cut right there.
It's a wrap.
I'm already gonna tell
See
you.
you guys
that's
next
cut.
week.
No, it was already cut. The moment he says I'm Dick.
I'll make that.